The latest is Maui County has gone quiet with information they say they have. We asked on August 8th, between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m., who was actively managing the Lahaina emergency, if anybody. 3.5 weeks ago, a representative from the Maui County Joint Information Center told us they have that information, but are not authorized to release it. Maui County also not releasing information on an evacuation timeline for orders called by either the fire department or police department in the field or by the Emergency Operations Center. Since the first press conference, reporters pressed the mayor on messaging that came from the county on August 8th.
What the thinking was to either tell people to shelter in place.
I'm going to guess that the person you spoke to was a visitor.
We spoke to a lot of people.
No, I'm going to talk. No, let me explain.
Yeah.
You spoke to a visitor if they were asked to shelter in place.
But contrary to the mayor's statement, at the height of the self-evacuation from Lahaina town, Maui County's Facebook page posted this at 4:56 p.m. People on the west side are advised to shelter in place unless evacuations are ordered.
So yes, people were asked to stay in their hotels and not leave. The residents were evacuated. Those are the folks that we took out of there.
Were evacuations ordered in the 3, 4, and 5 p.m. hours? The county has never presented evidence of that. The county also won't answer questions about who was active in the Emergency Operations Center.
Fire, police, the hospital, the hotel association, parks, public works.
Former Maui Mayor Alan Arakawa says when standing up the EOC, dozens of partners are represented, including Hawaiian Electric. This is the EOC on the Big Island in July, days before Hurricane Calvin. Note, fire and police sitting right next to each other.
Everybody who's critical should have a representative there, if you're setting it up right.
Was the EOC on Maui assembled like this in the 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. hours of August 8th? And who was on point as incident commander?
I'm not sure who was in charge. I think Herman Andaya was still in charge. He just wasn't present. He was in contact with
Alan
his team.
Arakawa says he's been in contact with Herman Andaya, and it was not.
We had
a former
statewide for disaster preparedness. He wasn't on the island. He wasn't the one to make the calls because he wasn't here, and the time frame to even get an opinion from him, and he wasn't on the ground. He wasn't at EOC to get all the information that was coming in.
Two county insiders have told us to take a closer look at the incident command structure, that if Herman Andaya wasn't activated remotely, the responsibility would have fallen on the second in command. For MEMA, that's the Plans and Operations Officer. We were also advised to find out if there was a regional point person for Lahaina during the emergency. Reporting from West Maui, Jeremy Lee, KITV4 Island News.